So let's take a look at the activities and ideas when it comes to emotions. So as you can see here, I have grouped based on emotion, and I've also put in, so you can see here, stories, because sometimes it covers every emotion, so it's trickier. Now, if we were to select sadness, just as an example, so where's sadness? There we go, the rabbit that listened. You'll find that I have put in a summary of the book along with the story. So it's linked to a YouTube clip where somebody is reading it, either through like the author themselves or sort of CBeebies or anything like that, so that you get an idea, because sometimes we have to sort of hear it and think, pitch, will this story resonate with the person that I'm supporting, with the group that I'm supporting? And then you've got some ideas there. The ideas will come from them, but you know, you've got something to start you off. The other thing that I've made sure is in here, so if I was to select sadness, is, there we go, is a selection of Pixar clips. So what I've done is I've pulled together, created Pixar clips to just introduce sadness, because when it comes to connecting to that part that is sad, anger that is, sometimes direct asking causes a problem, especially sadness, shame. We don't necessarily want to talk to that part. If we were asked, you know, Tracy, tell me about that time that you completely embarrassed yourself. No, thanks. So it is about how do we get in to that emotion, that part that we can then do an activity through art, through creativity, so that, and you've got some PDFs, so that that part can trust. I trust through the narrative of the storybook, through the Pixar clip, or a metaphor story, so you don't need to buy a book for that one. You just read it to them. So maybe you've got your phone or your iPad and you're just reading it and just asking questions. Metaphor stories are really good for the older child. You know, why? You know, why did the garden feel lonely and forgotten? It's so abstract, but it's very clever at tapping into, well, you're not talking about me, you're talking about the garden. Yeah, you're the garden. So enjoy those. These will grow. I know we've got 3 on there now. Over time, I need to listen to the story, then I need to work out age range, and I need to do it like that. And that will take a bit of time, but you'll see this will grow as the activities section develops. The other thing, when it comes to, you know, like, why have you put in yoga? Yoga is extremely effective to connect to the physical sensation that is an emotion. So let's go for energizing as an example. Why would you put energizing in? If you're feeling low and disconnected and in that zone that is, I don't want to speak to anybody, I don't want to talk to anybody, I am feeling shut down, numb. It is a way physically, because we can't talk about it when we're shut down, prefrontal cortex is offline. It is a way, oh, look at them two looking the same, to connect to, I'm going to be deleting that now, to connect to through movement, just bringing yourself. This one, if you were to do it, is tricky. It is really strong on your core and great for your lower back. And when you're doing it, you are connecting to what? You're connecting to the physical, you're connecting to your body. And if you are feeling low, it is really healthy to once again have opportunities with an adult that's regulated and safe, it's not on your own, to come back to the body. You don't need to disconnect, you don't need to numb out, you're safe. You wouldn't do, go back. So these are energizing ones. It's all based on your sympathetic and parasympathetic system. You wouldn't do, so, child pose. I know, would you even do that one? You can if you've got a wall or if you're very bendy. So the child pose, so I feel like I just want to get you to the child pose. The child pose, when you do it, just pause. Ah, isn't that typical? Pause, stop. The child pose, when you're in it, it will go, your body goes like that, just drops. And that feeling of complete relaxation is not what your body needs if you're already numb and disconnected. So when it comes to why have you put, there is always a reason. And I'm not going to be putting me on there, especially that one, because I can't do it. I can do it when there's a wall and that's it. I can do the tree pose. So, enough about me. When you're looking at these, know that it is a way, when it comes to activities and ideas, it's a way of connecting to the emotion without going straight into it. I mean, friendship difficulties, really, really tricky. That's why there's lots of metaphors in there, because we can't just go straight into, Tracy, why have you fallen out with so-and-so? So complicated, isn't it? So the resistance for both resistance. So I'm going to go in with metaphors and I'm going to go in with books. Okay, enjoy. I hope that kind of unpicks, what is in this area. And know that in 6 months' time it's going to be different as it grows. And I put more and more things on there. And the other thing that I intend to do, there we go, as I go and grab for it, I wasn't thinking of putting this on, but it's things like product reviews. Let's call it product review, then you know what I'm talking about. So like Therapathy, I will be writing one on this anyway, because Therapathy, I hear lots of great intentions when I say this. People putting on Facebook, we've got a young person that's really struggling to focus in class. Person underneath, Therapathy. Now, if you've ever used Therapathy, right, well, this shows an example of it. This used to be full. Therapathy is brilliant, don't get me wrong, but what is the need? Because it is oily, and if you have sensory differences and your objective is focus, it's not going to work, because all I can feel now is the oil from the Therapathy. The other thing is can you see? I know they come in different strengths, I can hear you say. But what's the objective? The objective is focus. If this is supposed to be a fidget tool, no. The other thing, right, so it's stretchy, it can get everywhere. You leave this in your book bag. I don't know who would have done that, but if you leave it in a book bag, it sticks to the bottom. That's why half of this is gone. Sticks to the bottom and it sticks to all the books. And the oil then spreads through all of the pages, and it's tricky, isn't it? Because that's not great, and then you have to get another book bag. And the other thing it does, if you buy it for home, is if it accidentally falls on your carpet and you don't know, you can't get it out. Well, you can get it out with lots and lots of effort. It's, what is the objective? I always go back to, what is the objective? Any of these, what is the objective? The objective of Therapathy should be all about fine motor skills, should be about grip, it should be about all of those wonderful things, wearing that hat. But if you're looking for focus in a class, I wonder, is that the right thing? Have a go. And you can email me and tell me the story of when you went all over the carpet and you got in trouble with the cleaners. When stop to the bottom of the book bag. And this is not cheap. It's the other thing to factor in. It is not cheap. And therefore, watch the webinar on fidget toys. I've got bits on me now. Fidget toys, learning tools, and then you'll know all about what is it, what's the objective, to access a part in the brain that regulates the system and focuses engagement. That comes online, amygdala calms down ultimately, and that isn't that. Okay, no more rabbit holes or squirrel holes. Enjoy. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.